Financial freedom is a term we all hear nowadays, but what does it actually mean? Essentially, it refers to the point at which you have enough income and resources to cover your expenses without being dependent on a job. Financial freedom allows you to make choices based on your desires, rather than being forced to work for a paycheck. But how do you get there? Well, financial freedom doesn't happen overnight, and it's a process that requires patience, discipline, and smart planning. There are different levels of financial freedom, and understanding these levels can help you set your goals and track your progress. Here are the 8 levels of financial freedom, broken down in a way that's easy to understand. Level 1, survival. The first level is all about survival. At this stage, you're living paycheck to paycheck. You're able to pay your bills and cover your basic living expenses, but that's about it. You may have some savings or assets, but they're limited and don't provide enough to cover an extended period without a paycheck. Essentially, you're just getting by, and any unexpected expenses could throw you off balance. This is where many people start, especially early in their careers. Financial independence isn't even on the horizon yet. The key here is to focus on stability and getting comfortable with budgeting, managing debt, and understanding the basics of financial planning. Level 2, stability. Once you've reached this level, you're in a better position. You've learned to live within your means, and you've built up some savings. You're no longer constantly worried about how to make ends meet, but you might still rely on your job for regular income. You have an emergency fund in place, which can cover several months of living expenses if needed. While you may still be far from complete financial independence, you've made significant progress. At this stage, it's important to start thinking about long-term goals and exploring ways to make your money work for you, like investing or saving for retirement. Level 3, debt-free living. At this stage, you've eliminated most, if not all, of your high-interest debts. Whether it's credit card debt, student loans, or personal loans, you've freed yourself from the financial burden of owing money. Living debt-free is one of the most powerful ways to achieve financial freedom. Without monthly debt payments, you have more room in your budget to save, invest, and grow your wealth. You may still have some obligations, like a mortgage, but being debt-free in other areas will give you more control over your financial future. At this level, you can breathe easier, and the pressure that comes with owing money is significantly reduced. Level 4, financial security. Financial security is a major milestone. At this level, you have enough money saved and invested to comfortably cover your basic living expenses without having to work.
You may still work, but your job is now a choice rather than a necessity. You're able to withstand unexpected financial setbacks like car repairs, medical bills, or home repairs without having to rely on credit cards or loans. This is the point where people start to feel like they're truly on their way to financial independence. You might still have some debt, like a mortgage, but you're in control of your finances and have the freedom to make decisions based on your desires rather than out of necessity. Level 5, financial independence. This is the point where you've achieved true financial independence. At level 5, you have enough passive income from investments, rental properties, or other sources to cover all of your living expenses, and you don't need to rely on a paycheck. Financial independence means that you've worked hard to save, invest, and grow your wealth over the years, and now that work is paying off. You can choose to continue working, but it's no longer required for your financial survival. At this point, you can focus more on your passions, hobbies, travel, or other interests without worrying about how to pay the bills. You have the freedom to design your life the way you want it. Level 6, financial freedom. At this level, you've reached a higher level of financial freedom. Not only do you have enough money to cover your living expenses, but you also have additional resources for luxury items, experiences, and extra comforts. You're no longer limited to basic survival. You can enjoy a higher standard of living and have the freedom to indulge in some of life's pleasures. You've made your money work for you to such an extent that you're able to enjoy the lifestyle you desire. Your investments continue to grow, and you have multiple streams of passive income. You may also have started to build generational wealth, providing for future generations and creating a legacy. Level 7, financial abundance. At this stage, your financial situation is incredibly stable, and you've accumulated significant wealth. you have more than enough money to live the life you want and can afford to take risks, make large investments, or contribute to causes you care about. You may choose to retire early, start a business, or travel the world without worrying about money. Financial abundance means that your wealth is not just enough for your needs, but it also provides the freedom to pursue any dream you have. You're in a position to make a significant impact, whether it's in your community, through charity, or by supporting causes that are important to you. Level 8. Generational wealth and legacy. At the final level of financial freedom, you've accumulated enough wealth that your children will be financially secure. Your wealth continues to grow and provide for future generations, whether through investments, businesses, or assets. Creating generational wealth means that you've built a financial foundation that lasts, giving your descendants the same opportunities you had, if not more. This level is about building a lasting legacy that can change the trajectory of entire families for generations to come. Achieving financial freedom is a journey, and everyone's path is different. Some may reach these levels quickly, while others may take years or even decades to get there. But the important thing is that you know where you are on the journey and what steps you need to take to reach the next level. Start small, set clear financial goals, and remain committed to making smart financial choices. Financial freedom isn't a dream. It's a possibility that anyone can work toward, regardless of where they start. With time, dedication, and a solid plan, you can move through the levels of financial freedom and ultimately achieve the kind of life where your money works for you, not the other way around. This isn't just about accumulating wealth. It's about creating a mindset that prioritizes smart financial decisions, long-term goals, and strategic investments that will serve you for years to come. Financial freedom allows you to regain control over your time, enabling you to pursue passions, hobbies, and experiences that might otherwise have been out of reach due to the constraints of a traditional work schedule. It's a journey that requires patience and persistence. There will be challenges along the way, unexpected expenses, financial setbacks, and moments when it feels like progress is slow. But overcoming these obstacles is what makes the journey rewarding. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and become even more resilient in managing your money. As you build your wealth, you'll also develop valuable financial skills that will serve you for the rest of your life.